Once upon a time, in the heart of a golden savanna, there lived a tiny lion cub named Leo. Unlike his bold and boisterous siblings, Leo was small, with a tuft of fur that flopped over his curious amber eyes. His mother, Queen Nia, ruler of the Sun Pride, often watched him with a gentle smile as he stumbled over his oversized paws, chasing butterflies instead of practicing his roar. The savannah whispered tales of a great destiny for every cub born under the amber sun, but Leo didn't feel great. The other cubs teased him, calling him Little Leaf, because he loved napping under the acacia trees rather than wrestling in the dust. "You'll never be a king," they'd growl, flicking their tails. But Leo didn't mind. He dreamed of a world beyond the pride, where the wind carried secrets and the stars sang lullabies. One day, a terrible drought swept across the land. The rivers shrank to trickles, and the once lush grasses turned brittle and brown. The Sun Pride grew restless, their mighty roars replaced with weary sighs. Queen Nia called a council atop Pride Rock, her voice steady but her eyes shadowed with worry. "We must find the hidden spring," she declared, a legendary wellspring said to lie beyond the Thorned Valley. "Only its waters can save us." The strongest lions volunteered to journey forth, their muscles rippling under the sun. But as they prepared, a soft breeze rustled through the trees, and an ancient baobab tree, known as Old Whisper, creaked to life. "The path to the hidden spring requires more than strength," it rasped. "It demands a heart that listens." The pride scoffed. Who could listen better than their fiercest warriors? Yet Leo, sitting quietly at the edge, felt a tingle in his paws. That night, as the moon painted the savannah silver, he slipped away, determined to prove there was more to him than his size. The journey was perilous. The Thorn Valley loomed ahead, its jagged brambles glinting like teeth. Leo's tiny frame slipped through gaps the bigger lions could never breach. He listened, to the wind guiding him past crumbling cliffs, to the cricket's warning of a coiled snake, and to the faint drip-drip of water beyond a wall of thorns. His ears, sharp and attuned, caught what brute force could not. Days passed, and Leo grew weary, his fur matted with dust. But then, beneath a shimmering crescent moon, he found it, the hidden spring, a pool of crystal water cradled by mossy stones, glowing faintly as if kissed by starlight. He dipped his muzzle in, and the water tasted of hope. With a small clay pot he carried in his mouth, Leo scooped the precious liquid and began the trek home. When he returned, the pride gasped, not at the water, but at him. The tiny cub stood taller, his eyes bright with courage, his once floppy tuft now a proud mane beginning to sprout. Queen Nia drank from the pot, and soon the rains returned, summoned by the spring's magic. The savannah bloomed anew, and the pride roared in celebration. From that day, Leo was no longer Little Leaf. They called him Leo the Listener, the cub who saved the Sun Pride not with claws or teeth, but with a heart that heard the world's whispers. And so, under the amber sun, Leo grew into a king, not of might, but of wisdom. The stars sang his tale each night, and the wind carried it far and wide, a fairy tale of a baby lion who found his roar in the quiet.